What's up guys, sharkeatyoshi here again, bringing you another battle video. So, if I sound very calm and very, low, that's because it is nighttime and this is probably the only time I can record. Sadly enough, the past couple of days, 3 days, have been very hectic and very loud in the house during the day. And if you guys don't know, I'm visiting my parents, and a lot of people move around through here, a lot of activity, friends coming over, stuff like that. And this is probably the best time I can record. And yeah, so if I sound very low, very calm, and at the same time if my voice sounds very weird, I did get a little bit sick. Excuse me. I did get a little bit sick, so my voice is kind of it's kind of torn up a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started with the battle. Of course, bringing the same Venusaur team. I am 5-1. I did lose a battle, sadly enough, but the battle is going to be used. I did record it, and I did not put commentary over it because I'm going to be using that battle to show you guys how my thought process in battling, steps like, for example, Pokemon Select, each and every turn steps and stuff like that. So I'm going to be facing an opponent that I think was 1571 or 1576. I do not, I didn't see the last number, but anyway, my opponent is running a Lucario, Staraptor, which is pretty cool team. Seeing those two already. Hydreigon, a Cresselia, a Garchomp, and last but not least, a Rotom Wash to round up their lineup. So very interesting team, to tell you the truth. Staraptor and Lucario, very, very, very powerful Pokemon that can do a lot of damage, but at the same time, they're very frail. Staraptor, more than likely not Scarfed, maybe will be Scarfed. Probably Banded, so he can do a lot of damage. Probably it's Intimidator, of course. Lucario, just a nasty Pokemon to face up against. Hydreigon, also another very nasty Pokemon to face up against. Rotom. I have a lot of counters to his team. If I can take out his Hydreigon and his Cresselia, Venusaur can just put in a lot of... Actually, no, that's a lie. Venusaur has a lot of trouble with his Staraptor and stuff like that. So, I think with this particular team, I'm going to have to lead off with Landorus and Hydreigon. These are going to probably be my best leads here. Probably do a lot of damage to his team. And like I said, they're probably my best leads. I have to bring in Venusaur because Venusaur can just deal with 3 of his Pokemon very well. It can't deal with the other 3, but if I can take them out, I really don't have to worry about them whatsoever. And I think the last Pokemon, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Rotom, because Rotom can deal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pokemon. I'm counting Cresselia because, you can just burn in, just Thunderbolt it over and over and over again. And it can deal with Rotom, why not? So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Venusaur. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with Landorus, Hydreigon, bring in Venusaur in the back and Rotom in the back, and let's go ahead and get started. These 2 Pokemon that I brought, probably the best leads I can bring in at this point of time. So let's see what my opponent is going to go ahead and bring out. More than likely his Lucario, probably a special variant since he has 2 physical attackers. Probably doesn't need another physical attacker whatsoever. So he's going to go ahead and bring out his Staraptor and his Lucario. The lead that I wanted to see, the lead that I predicted that was going to happen. So Intimidate is going to go off. Very nasty Intimidate. Probably he might go for a Final Gambit. That's always an option, to tell you the truth. Yeah, that's a huge thing that could happen. I could go for the Rock Slide. I probably will be faster if he's the Final Gambit variant. But at the same time, if he's the Final Gambit variant and I don't get a flinch or I don't knock out the Staraptor, seeing that I did get intimidated, Lucario is just going to wreak havoc on my Hydreigon. What to do. If he's not the Final Gambit variant, then I'm fine. If he is, that is very unfortunate, and that stinks. So, I think I'm fine losing one of these 2 Pokemon. I think I'm fine. I have Rotom in the back that can deal with stuff, so I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide here, and I'm going to go for the Earth Power onto the Lucario over here, and hopefully I can get a knockout or so. He's going to go ahead and withdraw his Lucario. Okay. If I get a flinch here, this would be a great turn for me. Garchomp is going to come out. Hopefully I get... Yep, Final Gambit variant. I knew it. He's max speed too. You could tell, because he outsped my dude over here. But he ends up knocking him out knocking out my Hydreigon, which, to say the truth, Hydreigon was just here to apply a lot of pressure, which he did. Ended up getting knocked out for it, sadly enough. Rock Slide is going to come out, which is good for me. Removing... Actually, if he brought in Cresselia, I am fine, because then I can go ahead and bring in Venusaur here and put in a lot of work. So let's see what he's going to go ahead and bring in. He's going to go ahead and bring in Heatran. Oh, not a Pokemon I wanted to see, to tell you the truth. He is Air Balloon, but now that I see his Heatran, I think I need to switch out Landorus, because the EQ is a very important thing, and EQ can just put in a lot of work against this team. Venusaur with the thick fat and it being very bulky can survive heat waves, but if he has overheat, that's not going to be too good for me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and switch out my Landorus into my Rotom here, and then I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. And I think, should I go for the Leech Seed or for the Giga Drain? I'm really not worried about the balloon, because Rotom can just come in and put in a lot of work with that. I think I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain onto the Garchomp here, Mega Evolve, Giga Drain. He might just double target the Venusaur, but I'm hoping that the Venusaur can survive any of his shenanigans. I'm going for a ballsy play here. Probably the Protect was the best option here, but maybe he would have saw the Protect, like, oh, he has Venusaur, he might, more than likely might Protect here. So Dragon Claw into the Rotom, I'm happy to see that. Rotom's going to take that very well, and wow, I'm faster than the Heatran. That's pretty nice. So he's going to go for the Substitute, very scary. Now that he's under the sub, that is no bueno for me whatsoever. So Dragon Claw went on to Rotom. Rotom took a lot of damage. Right here, I have to break his Substitute, I think. But that's weird. He has no regeneration since he is Balloon under the Substitute, and I have ways to deal with it. So, since he has no regeneration, I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump here, and then go for a Leech Seed onto that slot too. I think this is the best option here. He's going to protect with Garchomp, yes, of course. He was either going to attack with Garchomp or protect with it. Hydro Pump is going to go ahead and connect. Let's see what he's going to do next. More than likely, a Heat Wave to do some damage, but Venusaur should be able to take that since it is a spread move. I did pop the Air Balloon. My opponent probably doesn't understand how Air Balloon works. Air Balloon Substitute, not a very good combination. So not going to do enough damage to Venusaur, and I did, and I think I got the Leech Seed off. Hopefully I got the Leech Seed off. I don't remember. No, I haven't moved it. Have I moved it? Okay, I did get the Leech Seed off. Oh, I forgot. Woo! I did get the Leech Seed off, so apparently my opponent at this point, his Heatran just completely useless. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Protect onto my Rotom here, and then go for a Giga Drain onto the Garchomp to knock it out. He's going to go ahead and withdraw his Heatran. I knew that he's not going to attack because I already applied that pressure, and he's going to go ahead and bring in Lucario, Protect with Rotom, more than likely try to attack into the Rotom slot, seeing that Rotom is a big threat. Dragon Claw onto the Rotom slot, of course. Giga Drain is going to go off onto the Garchomp, do a significant amount of damage, not knock him out, sadly enough, but I am going to go ahead and heal up nicely. And at this point, his Garchomp is completely useless, so I'm going to go for a Willow onto the Lucario here. And actually, should I go for the Willow, or should I go for... Or should I go for a Hydro Pump or a Thunderbolt? I think I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump onto the Lucario, and then go for a Giga Drain onto the Garchomp here. So he's going to withdraw. I went for the Giga Drain, which is fine. I should have went for the Leech Seed. I knew it. He was going to switch out. That really made no sense whatsoever. Keeping Garchomp alive, because I do have a Landorus that can just put in a ton of work and knock his Pokemon out. So High Jump Kick. Interesting. He did get the critical hit. It would not have knocked out Rotom, to tell you the truth. I don't think it would have knocked out Rotom, but that was a very interesting move by my opponent's part right there. High Jump Kick, very, very dangerous move. He could have missed, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Landorus. Landorus at this point can just put in so much work. Intimidate is going to go off onto the Lucario, nerfing it. So right here, I'm just going to go for the Protect, and I go for the... actually, no. I shouldn't go for the Protect, because he could double Protect here. So, I'm going to go for the EQ, hope my Venusaur, allow my Venusaur to take it, and I'm going to go for a Giga Drain onto the Lucario over here. He might, more than likely, he's going to double protect. He's going to withdraw. He's going to use it for Death Fodder, that's fine with me. He's going to protect with Lucario, but that's going to, whoa! That is very interesting. He was able to take that, but, yeah, Iron Tail is not going to knock me out. And a very interesting spread onto this Lucario here. Iron Tail do not agree with. I don't know if my opponent is trying something out. He is high level, so I know he's not using, well, not high level, but I know he has a decent level, which I know that he's not using a in-game team or anything like that, but maybe, I'm assuming he's just testing things out. So, I'm just going to go with that assumption. So I'm going to go for the EQ, go for the Protect here. Actually, no, I'm going to go for the Lead Seed here with Venusaur. Match was forfeited, so I did get an easy win here. My opponent had a very interesting team, probably testing things out. Maybe brought in the wrong Lucario, maybe an in-game Lucario, I don't know. I'm assuming, but my opponent had very interesting items, like, for example, the balloon onto the Heatran with Substitute. That is a very interesting set. You shouldn't do that, because, as you saw there, I went for the Hydro Pump and still broke his balloon. You're better off using Leftovers, and then his Lucario with Iron Tail and High Jump Kick. I think a special Lucario variant would be a lot better with the Aura Sphere and Vacuum Wave and stuff. Excuse me, whoa, my bad, guys. With Vacuum Wave, you know, Aura Sphere, Flash Cannon variant. I think Dark Pulse, whatever you want, is a lot better. It's a lot better variant than the physical version. And you know, High Jump Kick, very risky move, and you already do a ton of damage. And Lucario's very frail, so why not just go for the close combats, you know? And anyway, guys. Oh yeah, I also forgot, his Lucario took that EQ very well. So I think he built his Lucario to tank, which I do not agree with also. Maybe my spreads were wrong, or maybe my Landorus would not have been able to knock out there, but I don't know. My opponent had a very interesting team, but we do get a win here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. More videos are going to be like this, very quiet, very, you know, calm and stuff like that, because, you know, I can only record at night, and, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later with more battle videos. Whoa, my voice cracked right there. I need to take a cough drop. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.